Settings. Audio. There we go. There we go. Come on, you got sound now, player. Probably got a 30-second delay, but I see sound. I see sound. I see sound.
Testing the speakers.
Testing the speakers. There you go. There you go. What's good, man? How we doing out there, everybody? Moises Carrera, ¿qué dice raza? Gil, roll a blunt. Nah, I don't roll blunts, homie. That's what we do, carnal. That's what we do. I mean, come on. You don't need blunts, man. People want to sit there. It's only so high you're gonna get, right? I think especially young people nowadays, it's like a competition. Oh man, who can smoke the most fucking blunt? I smoked so much weed, and I figured out one day that there's only so high I can get. There's only so high I can get, man. And I wouldn't even finish a joint. I'll probably take, I don't know, maybe like 4 hits, 5 hits at the most or something, and I'm good. Cause other than that, nah. Man, Hugo, American Cholo 100, Panorama City is in the building. Like Carlos, yeah, Carlos knows what it is, homie. Carlos got me all fucking bammered out, and it wasn't bammer weed; it was good bud. Over at the Urbicon, right? We went outside. He had that shit with, has the bud, and then they dip the bud, and they lace the bud, and they put all that stuff on it. And I told him, for I ain't gonna smoke all that shit. And Carlos was tired; he was having a good old time. I took maybe, I don't know, maybe 2 hits, Carlitos, and I was like, I'm good, homie. That's it. That's all I need, man. I can't be smoking all that shit. I'll be like a zombie. Excuse me. Yeah, I was supposed to do a live today, but the homie had to go to work. No, 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 no. Look at that hoodie from the hood. Hoodie said, "You didn't smoke with me." Yeah, right. Hoodie said, I don't smoke behind people." Hoodie straight did me like the essays do the brothers back in the days, or NYA, let's say. Hoodie's like, I said, "Give me that joint, Hoodie. I smoke." Hoodie said, "Hell nah, homie." Hoodie said he smokes by himself. What's good, Hoodie? ¿Cómo estás, carnal? Man. Yeah, joints. I do. I didn't even know you blaze. Come on, play. I'm the American Cholo, homeboy. See, the problem is, if I had the camisa off and I'm over here tatted down and I'm talking whoa, 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 then you'd say, oh, that vato smoke. I mean, and I've been smoking since like shit, like 1980 something, homeboy. But I stopped for about 7, 8 years, but I've been back at it for I don't know about 10 years again. So it's good. Listen, man, weed is good at the right time, right? Only myself, only during the weekends, only Friday, Saturday, and maybe a little bit just for the crudita on Sunday. But once it comes to work, nah, I can't smoke, homie. I go crazy, carnal. I go crazy. Are you getting bougie on us, Gil, with that 405 shirt on? Come on, 405. I gotta represent, homie. I gotta represent. Yeah, for sure, hoodie. You come back through, carnal. Look who's in the building today, man. Master Chief, homie. I forgot to give Mr. Chief his salute. Oh, so Raul Ramos, hello, Gil. Much love. Stay on the grind, homie. I see you, Master Chief. I see people are really gravitating to your story, and as they should. It's an amazing story of overcoming, the streets, the gang life, and making something of yourself. If you guys haven't seen that interview, you need to go catch it. It's on there. From essay to fucking Master Chief, carnal. That's what's good. Yeah, so I put the number up. You guys want to talk about whatever you want. I'm just gonna do a quick live here. And just chop it up with you guys for a minute. You got the connection up top too. If you go to the very, very top of the comment section, there'll be a link up there with the link to the screen, man. Link to the screen and to the phone number. So zigzags with some. Oh yeah. Before I forget, man, I want to give a big shout out to Mr. Pauly from Pauly's Project. I picked up this pretty dope ass hat, man. It's a pretty dope ass hat I picked up from him at the Urbicon. So shout out to that gentleman. We'll have him on here soon enough. Like I told him, when I see people, and there's a couple, like even the homie Hazard. There's a couple guys. When I see him doing a lot of rounds as far as a podcast, I kind of back off and let them do the thing because a lot of times people don't want to keep hearing the story. But I like to, and I think I do bring a different aspect, different conversation, and different questions than most podcasts. Not all, but than most, boy. Then people will see you hating, Gil. What's up, OG Black Shadow? ¿Qué onda con este vato? Uh-uh. Saludos to Gil in the podcast. Pure respect. That's it from Diablo, Los Angeles in the building. I'll be seeing that Diablo shit hit up over off the. I don't know if it's you or not, but Over off the 101 all the time, man. I don't I don't smoke, but I would enjoy the relaxed, calm time. No, well, when it comes to bud though, there's just such a different variance of marijuana nowadays, right? Back then, it was pretty much either you had Mexican weed and you had, nice bud or greens. Back in the days, you're buying some shit like this. I mean, for like $50, and that's it. That's you ain't smoking no joints with that. You're like in the pinta with your which I got my little my eraser full of bud, smoking in the pipe. And that's the good weed. And only the big, huge ballers were smoking, I guess, joints. There was no such thing as blunts back then. But over time, it has changed. There's the straight, I guess, super Indo, smoke. Then they got the hybrid, which is a mixture of both. And sativa is like a coffee. Myself, I like hybrid. I like it right in the middle. Um, Indo sometimes, but what happens with Indo for me, for whatever reason, that's the one that people will say it gets me all paranoid, right? And it's so much before I couldn't smoke Indo because I'll smoke Indo and I'll start thinking about work. I'll start thinking about numbers. I'll start thinking about this, and I'm like, shit, dude. And I'm like, nah, I can't do this. And the sativa, I was doing it for a minute, but then after a while, it was just like coffee. For anybody who likes a nice cup of coffee, sativa's the way to go, carnal. Sativa's nice. It doesn't get you paranoid. It actually gives you a little bit of power, carnal. Iron Hombre 76. Did you find your GoPro? No, man. I had two GoPros, man. One of them, I took both of them. Well, this is what happened with the GoPros at first. And this is my luck. I bought one GoPro for the channel at first. Then I said, you know what? Let me go buy another one. That way I can have another one use the batteries. So I bought another GoPro. They were both GoPro, I believe, 8 or 9s, right? And the damn GoPros were different. They have different batteries, and one GoPro they're the same. They're the same generation, but one had a different battery. So I'm like, shit, man. So then I said, you know what? Well, let me take both GoPros. That way, if one battery dies, I'll get the other one. And the other GoPro I had was the one that I was filming everything at the beginning of the show, man, over at the Urbicon. And right before we started coming home, I couldn't find it, and I looked for it everywhere. And nope, I no good deed goes unpunished, man. I lost a GoPro. It's probably like $500 because you buy the GoPro, you buy the stand, and you got to buy this special case for the GoPro to be able to live stream. And that thing had the whole get down. So again, anybody find the GoPro over there, hit me up, please. I'll give you a reward, whatever you want. And if not, it is what it is, man. And that's why a lot of times I say this thing brings a lot of stress, a lot of this, but we'll see what it is, man. We're in the 6th month. People saying, I had a guy say, Gil, you're not gonna hit the 100,000, but not a disrespectful one. And it's okay, man. I am not like not looking forward to that. It's it is what it is, carnal, because I've invested so much into this. And if people say, how can I help? Join the membership, man. Become part of the channel. It's like a PBS subscription, man. You're actually helping out there because I truly believe, still do, that there is no platform like the American Cholo, at least not for us brown men or minorities, period, man. Because unfortunately, most platforms just, it's and it's no disrespect, but it's junk food for the mind, is what it is, right? Most platforms are junk food for the mind, but the issue is we love junk food. We love junk food as Americans, not even just brown. As Americans, we love junk food, and most platforms are just junk food for the minds. That's why most platforms, will get the views, will get the subscription, will get all that. But I'm not here to try to feed you junk food, man. I'm here to try to, elevate our thinking, bring that conversation to the table. But if that doesn't happen, brother, then I understand what it is, and I'm not gonna be that I'm not gonna be that 55, 56, 60-year-old vato at the car show trying to set up a booth, because like I say, the reason I set up those booths, most of the shirts, and people will tell you I gave away for free, man. I don't do this for the money. I am losing money. Every year that I've done this podcast, I have lost money, right? Just because I don't do other work, just because it's taking a lot of my time. And I do it because I truly care and I truly believe there's a need for us to have certain conversations. That's why I do this. But we'll see. I got some people today who are very well known. One of them got back to me. I'm supposed to have a lunch day with them tomorrow. I mean tomorrow, next week, and hopefully it happens. That way I can start bringing some of these bigger name guys, and we get more exposure for the channel, because it's gonna be up to those big name guys. And there's quite a few of them who have, I respect what you're doing, man. I think you're doing a great thing. All right, well, then come on and show that you're supporting the channel, because if not, it's all rhetoric, homeboy. And I am not here to be screaming at the microphone for the next 10, 20 years because I don't need it, man. I don't need it. Do I care? I think I've proven time and time again that I give a shit, man. Straight up. The thing is, do other people care? And if people don't care, then I'm not gonna sit here and be the only one fighting. I'm not gonna be the one over here doing all this. Like when we throw these events, you guys are supposed to come out and support. Straight up, man. Every single person, like at the event we threw on that Saturday, right? I posted it months in advance, homie, months. I think like 5 months or 4 months, and people were like, "Gil, why are you doing it so far out? Why? Because then people could save the date and show up." And it was a good turnout. Don't get me wrong, but it could have been much better. The UrbanCon was a good turnout, but it could have been much better because people are quick to sit in their houses and in the comfort of their home and say, "Yeah, man, yeah, we need to do something." Well, we need to get up and do something. I mean, we need to actually do something. And if it's not gonna happen, then it's not gonna happen, carnal. Neither here nor there. Let me see what we got. Good, you can't leave the people. Gee, that's the thing, G Hustle. I'm not leaving the people. The people are leaving me, homeboy. Take that to the bank. It's true though. You know what I mean? I'm not leaving anybody, homie. It's the people leaving me because it's like that guy, that guy on Instagram. Hey man, why you a famous shit? Because you ain't share my post yet or some shit like that. But nah, but that's what I mean. Listen, there's power in numbers, but if those numbers are not doing anything, then there's nothing moving. So if those numbers are not sharing the message, sharing the channel, going to events that we're going to, supporting these events that we're going to, then it's just me blowing hot air here. It's just me, it's me just speaking the stuff over and over with, but not really getting anything moving. So that's why I say, listen, I gave myself that year. We're in the 6 month mark. It's still listen as a YouTube channel, just a YouTube channel starting. It's doing. If it was a stock, it's still doing great. It's still moving forward. It hasn't stopped. Right. It's still moving forward, and that's the thing. But I just don't have the time to keep doing this the way I'm doing and keep coming out of pocket the way I'm coming out of pocket for events, for other stuff, because it does cost money, people. And people may think I'm fucking shitting money or got a money tree. Nah, I mean, I got bills just like everybody else. Carnal. I got, I want to go take my wife out, to San Diego, on a little vacation. I want to go places. I'm getting older. It's time for me to start enjoying life a little bit more. And this has been taking a hell of a lot of my time. Hold on, I have phone calls coming in. Is it Miguel? I hung up. Sorry, bud. Don Dinero. I'm not sure who Don Dinero is, carnal. I don't know who Don Dinero is. Don't worry, Creeps. I still support your channel, homeboy. Creeps got the shit, homeboy. He got the fire. Okay. Here we go. Who's this? Tony, what's good?
Frankie, I'm just tired of hearing you rant.
Mm. Well, the little bitch must be you because you're over the phone saying some shit like that. If you're a real man about it, you can just sit there and say, "Man, I'm tired of ranting like this and that." But if you're a little bitch, that sounds like you're the little bitch, homie, because you're a guy that's literally banging over the phone, homeboy, and giving a fake name. So who's the chump? Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. I'm telling you, homie, it's people like that, homie. Straight chump cities, carnal. Chump cities, man. And then you hear his you hear his child in the background. Ay, pinche viejito. There you go. That's the loser of the day, homeboy. Starting trouble. Corey Ferguson, Gil at it again. You know how we do it, man. That's what we do, carnal. We shake, rattle, and roll. Let's see, Anthony. Saludos, maestro. All the way from Salinas, California. What's good, Salinas? How we doing out there, man? Okay, Anthony Ramirez. My take on gun reform is simple. Extensive background check, yes. Problem solved. Um, Not quite, but yes. Yeah, I know the bad guys are still gonna get the guns. People kill people, not the guns. Yeah, I get it. I completely understand with you, but there should be a like a red flag type thing where certain people can't buy those guns, and there should be certain training for those guns. Absolutely, man. Ah, oh, are you bringing back Little Dave? You know what? Little Dave's been in the news lately, man. He was on that New York Times article. I just Boo Boo. Shout out to Boo Boo, man. What's up, Boo Boo? Boo Boo just sent me the link to a Channel 7 piece they just did on him, and They talked to him. They talked to his wife. The Mongols are actually suing the federal government, saying that little Dave is an informant. And let me see real quick. Is this Miguel again? What's up, bud? I'm doing good, man. Talk to me.
I'm just calling in, man, like to just say, I'm from Sacramento. I'm from up north,
That's right.
and I completely support your channel. You know what I mean? Like out of all like channels now, I watch yours. I feel like a lot of the people that represent, the north, or not even represent the north, just Northern California,
Right.
and they have all their podcasts and all their garbage, their trash. It doesn't, it's not going nowhere. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Well, it's not.
I just think you're.
Thank you for that. But I think it's more. It's just listen. Like I said, it's junk food. So it's like anything in TV. A lot of people don't like to watch stuff that's either like educational or make you think or provocative in that way. People want to talk about the calles and this vato and this hyena. They like drama, homie. That's what sells. That's just the culture we're in.
Exactly, it's bullshit, dude. It's ridiculous, and it's like I watch your channel because like it's like you always got something like a message, right? You speak the real, speak the truth. This other crap, I can't do it. I'm a homeboy. I'm a homeboy from up north. You know what I'm saying?
Right. No,
I mean, I'm supporting you. You get what I'm saying?
Thank you, man. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. For real.
Just want to show love, homie, and just keep doing your thing.
That's right, homie. Gracias. All right, here we go. We got another one coming in. Iowa. Radio. Sorry, Iowa. I think I may have blocked you for some reason. Not blocked you, but hung up on you. Ta-da. Hey, Gil, I don't want your free shirts. I want you to pay for your shirts to support the podcast. Keep on pushing, my brother. Thank you, Anthony. I appreciate you, brother. And no, listen, man, we get a lot of support. I'm not gonna say we do not, man. We definitely do. Come on now, but it's just like I said, man. There's the clock's ticking like like Popeye said. It's almost midnight, homeboy. But it's all good, homie. Let me see what you got. Stick around, stay strong, Raza. We're trying, homie. We're trying. Let's see. Paul Partida, what's going on, Paul? Bro, you're reaching a lot. I'm all the way on the East Coast, and YouTube is making it hard for your message to be shared. I believe another more year, you will get the 100K it takes. Let's see what we got. Thanks for that. What's good, Angel?
Hey, Gil, how you doing?
I'm doing good, brother. Thank you. How you doing?
Real good. I'm calling from Iowa.
Iowa's in the building. How's Iowa this time of year?
Hey, supporting you. What you got going on?
That's right, man. Thank you. No, nothing much. I was gonna do a live today, but an interview, but it got canceled. So I'm here spending a little bit of time with you guys.
Yeah, like again, we appreciate you, man. Just keep on supporting and keep your head up, man.
That's right, brother. Thank you, man. I appreciate that from Iowa.
Okay, have a good day. Okay,
all right, you
Bye.
too. Shout out to Iowa, man. That's what's up. Ta-da. Oh, that guy was a hater. Yeah. Gil getting phone bangers. Yeah, that's when the guy called. You hear his he's probably the old grandpa on the couch that hasn't worked in fucking 20 years and went to his house. Like, I'm tired of you complaining, Gil. I'm tired. You gotta love it though, man. You gotta love it, man. Hey, they try, homie. Okay, I was about to say, if you leave, sell your channel or have someone else take over and get your cut. Just a thought. People believe that there's all this money in YouTube. I'm sure there is, maybe like the 400,000 mark. But Artie, what's up?
What up, Gil?
Another beautiful day, homeboy in the hood. What's happening?
Hey, that's it, homeboy. Just right here on the 6 to 5, about to hit the 5, going back to the past.
Right now, traffic should be a little lighter by now, right?
Oh no, dog! Right, man, coming from Baldwin Park, going to Anaheim.
Yeah.
Oh, homie, it's bumper to bumper right now. So I hit the 5, then it's a straight shot.
All right, let me hear you honk the horn, fool. Let me hear you honk the horn, carnal. All right, you ain't pushing.
Hell no. Hey,
what's up?
I know you like to see Raza win. I know you're big on that. And I'm a youngster, you know what I mean? And yeah, dog, when I got out, I tried to apply for the Dollar Tree. I just tried to get on my feet, big dog.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And one of my I met some dude, just walking around buying clothes, and he worked for local 47,
That's
right?
right. Yes, sir.
And he told me to go sign the books in Riverside, and I went to go do that. And I was scared, I have a background, I
Right.
mean, I don't know, it just
You were intimidated a little bit.
exactly. And so I went, I did it, and I had picked up this little termite gig on the side, on the meanwhile, because I was waiting for my number to get called because I was on the books.
Right.
And I came in as a traffic control tech, right? And so I got my number called. Man, if anyone can hear this right now, that may be trying to look for a better job or better opportunity, and you're scared because you have a background, don't let that be, something that's gonna hinder you or affect you from taking that next step. Because I did this, and now out going out in the field, meeting different foremen and GFs and superintendents and stuff. I build a bond with these guys, and there's guys that are linemen. I had to go up north for 2 years to get their climbing certificates, or all that stuff. But I just got blessed, man. One of the superintendents from a company called Petrali Electric, he said, "Hey, I'm gonna help you get your Class A. That's all you need. I'm gonna start you in my apprenticeship program." So as a father, as a husband, I'm able to support my family now. I'm able to do whatever, for my stuff that I didn't have, I'm able to do for my family. And I want to let everyone know that you guys are able to do it too.
That's right, brother. And that's the message, man. That's a great message, man.
Right.
Thank you, my man.
Yeah, I just want to call in and let the head to know, man, that you guys can do it. You're able, you're capable.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let people tell you because you have this, you have that. You done this, you done that. Don't let that be your setback, but let that be your comeback. You know what I mean?
Sir. That's what's up, homie. That's spoken like a OG, homie. I don't think you're that young, homie. You got an old soul, now. That's
Hey,
some great
man,
advice.
I know where's homeboy Louis from Simanchas?
That's the homie right there. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, well, that was my rival back in the day. But yeah, I know. I mean, Oak Creek. That's my homeboy right there, Oak Creek from
Shout out.
Overstead.
All right, that's what's up.
I'm from Santana. and but I got love for But it's just a message to let everyone know that you're able to do it, man. I no one told me I couldn't do it. If I knew about anything about a trade when I was younger, I would have done it, man.
Yeah,
But
for
hey,
sure.
we have to get older and we learn. But
That's
hey, you guys are you're blessed. I see you're blessed. And I'm trying to be like that. Own my house. That's my goal right now. I'm saving right now.
Save up, brother.
I'm saving. I got some good money saved up, from working, but right now the market's pretty crazy. So
no, listen,
gotta wait on that.
You'll know when it's time. The market will crash. Definitely, you'll see it on the news everywhere. And after it crashes, you wait about, I don't know, maybe 2 to 3 years, and you'll see when it's at the bottom. Then you jump in there, get your house home, and get your piece of the pie.
That's it. Gracias. You guys all have a great day.
That's right.
If you're driving like me, drive safe.
All right, brother. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, homeboy.
All right. Great vibes, man. Great vibe from that young man. And yeah, listen, man. I ran into this homie, and I won't say his name until maybe one day he comes on here, and you know who you are. He's a lifer, right? He went to the event on the 21st. I ran into him. He went to the Urbicon. I ran into him. He's been out for about 5 years now. He pulled about a 20-year stretch in the joint. And yesterday I ran into him at a family funeral. Right. One of my wife's cousins passed away. Rest in peace. And I ran into him there, and I was like, "What?" He's walking towards me. I'm like, "I know this Vato, man." He's like, "Hey, what are you doing here?" So I was about to ask you the same question. And the my wife's cousin, young man, 27 years old, but sharp, man, smart young man, was a foreman already. His older brother was a foreman for the IBW, I believe it is, the electricians union. And he's in the union there. He's been there now for like since he got out of prison. And now he also goes around and talks to people who get out of prison, especially guys who've done a lot of time, and showing them, man, listen, you can get into this union, you get into this union, you get into this union. And the thing is, a lot of times what happens is this, and I've done this for people on Instagram. Hey Gil, how do I get to this? Hey Gil, and I literally all I do is not even that difficult. I Google. I ask them, hey, what county are you from? They'll tell me. Some guy told me San Diego. Okay, so I'm San Diego Laborers Union. I get the number from. 'em, I get the link. I send it to them. Oh man, gracias. And this is the advice to you guys, man. Google any labor union. Google electrical. Google whatever you really want to do, and then what you got to do is be like that man who called and make that phone call or go into their office and just say, "Hey man, listen, my name is so and so. How do I get in, homie?" Just like how when you were in the hood and you wanted to be part of the clique, you start hanging out with the homies, and eventually, how do I get in? Right? You already kind of know. Well, it's the same thing when it comes to work and union work, man. You go to that local union and you pretty much ask them, "How do I get in?" And they're gonna more than gladly, because that's another guy in the hood. Let's put it that way, right? Oh, this guy wants to get in for sure. You're gonna go to this. You're gonna go to that. And out here, especially like in Los Angeles, all the major cities have so many programs that have grants that give millions of dollars that will sit there and train you, buy you tools, buy you boots, buy you all the stuff you need. But what you need to do is you need to have that ganas, man. Nobody's gonna do this stuff for you, people. So and you guys that are getting out of the prison system or any kind of thing, there's work out here. I never want to hear somebody say, unless it's like a huge recession time, which is not yet, but it's coming. Oh, I can't find no work. I got tattoos. Like, you know how many fools I work around work that got tattoos. Tattoos nowadays is nothing, man. Tattoos is not taboo like back in the days. Tattoos are just tattoos. It just matters on how you present yourself, how you want to go to work, how you lose the attitude at going to work. But anybody that wants to get work, wants to take care of their families, you can do it. You just need to apply yourself and put a little bit of energy. But because this is the problem, a lot of people get out of jail and they take it like this. Now I've seen it because I used to be that guy. I'm like, oh, it's time for me to party. Like, like I've been in jail, so the world owes me something. No, it's quite the opposite, homie. It's you've been in jail and you owe the world and your family something. And you owe them to get on track and try to catch up the years that you've lost, especially guys who've lost that many years. You need, and I've noticed that a lot of guys who are lifers that are out here working, dude, they're hustling, they're grinding like Dubs, man. I remember Dubs first got out. That fool would not stop working. You're working, you're working, you're working. Because why? You want to stack up them chips, and you were stuck behind a cage for so many years that now you're out free. You got this energy. Get that money, man. Get that money, people. That's the thing to do, people. Let's see what we got. The phone banger is from Jar. Yeah, I think that guy is from Jar. I think he's a triple triple OG from Jar, homie. Anthony, Gil, are you at liberty to say who canceled on you? Oh no, it wasn't. Yeah, no, I'm not at liberty to say who canceled on me, but it's gonna be a damn good interview. The homie he canceled within time. We actually tried to do it yesterday. We had issues with the Wi-Fi. He canceled with me. It wasn't like he canceled me right before. I just didn't look at my phone, but he canceled me within time. But no, I am not at liberty to tell you that guy right now. Billboard. Let's see. Mm, mm, mm. There you go. If you've been in jail and want to get into computer coding, look up Underdog Devs. There you go. Underdogs Devs. Who's Yeah, there we go. Raider Tommy. Hey, appreciate that $5, Mr. Raider Tommy. Big Gil for mayor. You know what? I was looking at those mayor numbers. I was like, no, we can get some numbers like that, man. I think we definitely could. What's up, Mr. Bulldog Face? I don't know what Bulldog is looking at the caquita, homeboy. I don't know what's going on in the conversation. Mr. Anthony from Temecula, California. What's going on, bud?
What's up, Gil?
Nothing.
Never miss your podcast, man. I was trying to jump on it, especially when you're live.
That's right, brother. What's going on? Talk to us.
So let me tell you my stance on your podcast, man.
Yeah, sure.
What I like about your podcast is that you interact with the people, like myself. I mean, I could watch you and I could, throw out my opinion. You give me your opinion. It's a great platform,
Thank you.
I'm not a gangbanger, I got 4 boys, I was in the military. I saw your last podcast with old boy from the Navy.
Yes.
That was great.
That was dope, huh?
I threw in a couple little comments there, try to help out the people.
That's right.
About the 0% and so forth. But I went to the military. That's how I got out of because I'm from Pico Viejo. That was my way out.
Right.
Got out. I'm local 683 out of San Diego over here.
That's
I
great,
was
man.
I was 5'0" for a minute. I blew up my knee, so I ended up going and getting a job with the Teamsters. I
R-
work for Cisco over here in San Diego, and man, I've been there 26 years. I got 4 boys. I got my house here in Temecula, and shit. If I could do it, anybody could do it. So, like you said, man, all you got to do is go out there and apply yourself.
That yeah,
That's it.
that's typically what it is. It just it takes that first like the guy said, you get intimidated, especially if you've never gone it or you don't have unfortunately a lot of us who are like on the streets and all that, they don't have that father figure or just that figure to be like, hey man, here's a hookup for the job. And that's what I try to do with homies on my end. I try to tell them, hey man, here's how you work, here's how you do it. But it unfortunately it's much easier to say I don't care, I don't, and keep partying and doing that. But the problem is that you're gonna wake up one day, 40 some years old, with no work experience, no money in your pocket. You've burned all your bridges, and now you're blaming the world for all your issues. When in reality, it's like, hey man, you should have manned up and take care of your family.
I agree with you 100%, man. You look back and it's like, where does the time go?
Time goes by
It's like
quick.
I can't believe I've been working for Cisco for 26 years, man. I did 4 years in the Marines, 26 years. I was like, damn,
Y-
I'm
y-
I'm already middle aged.
And,
It's like, what happened?
and
Where did the time go?
yeah, this is the thing, man. You can always make more money. You can never make more time. And that's what a lot of these young guys, unfortunately, will not figure out until they get older. That the older you get, the quicker that clock is ticking, man. And as you know, since you've been working there for 26 years, every week just boom, boom, boom. Especially when you get when you get a
Yep,
schedule
yep,
going, when you get
yep.
something going, boom, boom, boom. It just goes. The next thing you know, you're at your kid's seventh, eighth birthday party, and now your kid's 20 something, or maybe you have grandkids. Now you're like, damn,
Oh
dude.
my God, yes.
That's what we,
You're talking the gospel, man. You're
yeah,
talking the gospel. Just
that's
like these guys that go to jail and stuff. I mean, going to jail. I mean, it's bad and everything, but you can never get that time back, man.
yep,
That's what's messed up about the whole deal. You can't buy your time back. It's all that time you threw away. And
exactly.
not only do you suffer in there, but your family does, your kids, and it's a bitch. And when you get out, like you said, it's hard to find a job, but you gotta stay on there, man. And I think with time and patience, you'll find something.
Yes,
If you have a
yes.
felony, hey, you know, you could get something. I mean, it might not be what you want, but it'll be something that you could get right now, and then later on, maybe you can get your shit expunged, or you know,
Well, no, like
time will tell.
when it comes to construction, that felony question doesn't matter whatsoever. The only thing the felony matters is like if you're trying to work for a bank or if you're trying to work somewhere where there's merchandise could be there. But as far as construction goes, they may ask it, but in reality, they don't care because if felonies were the thing that would kick people out of construction, you would lose half the workforce in construction. Because I want to say, especially like in a union job, you got half of the guys in there that got felonies.
That's true because, like I said, I'm 683 out of San Diego, and my job, it's case by case.
Right.
As far as the felonies go, they will hire you, but I don't know what the process is. But it's case by case. That's what I was told in
Now,
HR. Because
now
I've got a couple guys in there that
we got
that don't have the cleanest record.
right.
They're working.
We got a guy JR asking what's the pay cost and what some of these jobs start at 25, go to 45. How much what's the pay scale on those union jobs right now? Do you know?
Well, check it out at Cisco Foods in San Diego. Let me break it down to you real quick. The truck drivers, I think they're getting like don't quote me on that, but what I've heard is they're getting like a $5,000 or $10,000 bonus, and they got to sign a contract. They got to be there a year or two or something like that.
Okay.
And if you have experience, I think there they start you up around 28.
Okay.
Going in, I think they start you at I want to say 22, 23. That's the driver's side. Now in the warehouse, on the warehouse side, they start you I think at 22, and I think you max out around 30,
That's right.
somewhere in that range. And then if you work nights, you get $1 differential. If you work in the freezer, it's another 50 cents or $1. But hey, full medical. If you break everything down, you're making $60 an hour because you got medical, you got dental, you got a career, man.
Well,
You got a job.
a,
For
lo-
life,
a
if
lot of
that's what you want to do.
a lot of time young people don't understand what that means too when you say when you break it down like 60 something bucks an hour because yeah, medical any health insurance you're paying $400 to $500 a month.
Oh my God.
Dental's another $200 to $300 a month. That's like already $700 a month. And some will give you life insurance. So if you're really a family person and trying to take care of family, that stuff is huge towards the family. When you got kids and you're really taking
Oh
care of
my
your
God.
kids,
Yes.
that stuff
Yes.
is huge, and that stuff is something they need to take into consideration when they're looking for work as well.
Well, wrap your head around where I work at. The medical is covered. Well, I don't pay anything for medical. I'm already grandfathered in there, but I think the new guys pay like maybe $15 a month or something like that, or a week,
Right?
something to that. But that's nothing because you try to go get medical on your own right now. What is Cobra? $1,500 a month? That's why these guys don't retire, man. That's why you can't retire. And here's another great thing about being a Teamster is that the retirees, as soon as you hit the 84, where I work at, as soon as you hit the 84, you and your spouse are covered 100% across
Wow.
the board. So you can retire when you're 52 or when you're
Wow.
53, as long as you got your age and time served.
That's great,
So
man.
if it adds up to 84, it's a wrap, son. It's a good job. But you know what? Like I always told my wife and I always told my kids, if you're gonna bust your ass, get paid for it.
Yes.
If you're busting your ass and you're not getting paid for it, it's time to move on and look for something
Yeah,
else.
I mean, unless that's one other thing too. I tell people, like when they come to work for me, right? It's construction. You're gonna start off as a laborer. You're gonna start off digging ditches. I started off digging ditches, right? That's just the name of the game.
Pico y pala.
Pico y pala,
Yep,
carnal.
yep.
Pico y pala. So you start doing that, but then
Come on.
you start paying attention to what everybody else is doing. You start, buying your tools here and there. You start working up the ladder because in construction, it's more of what you know. The more you know, the more they will pay you. And then use that as a stepping stone because a lot of people think they want to get into a job and be the boss day one, make all the money day one.
Yeah, okay.
Just like the streets don't work like that. The construction game or the regular game don't work like that. Unless you're like the most blessed person in the world, which most of us are not. You're gonna start at the bottom and you're gonna work your way up. And the more you work your way up, the crazy part is this: you're gonna work less with your body, more with your mind, and make more money, which is a beautiful thing.
Right. You got when you get a job, you got to become a sponge. You just got to absorb
Yes.
everything.
Yes.
You're gonna be out there pico y pala. Your hands are gonna when you go home, you're gonna get them blisters. Your feet are gonna be bleeding. You're gonna be wearing those tight ass boots from. Well, Sears not around anymore, but you're gonna have those boots, and you take them off, and it's gonna be a bitch.
Oh yeah.
Every day gets a little easier and easier, but you got to pay your dues.
You gotta
You're
pay
not
your
going to start off
dues.
as a boss, like you said.
Yes.
You got to pay your dues, man, if you want to accomplish something in life.
Yes, sir,
And
man.
who knows better than you, man? Like I said, I follow you. You talk about your blueprints, about the projects you got going on and shit. And I'm like, oh man, I'm always like cheering you on. I was like, fuck yeah,
That's
keep doing
right.
it. It's
That's
like,
right.
like my heart goes out to you, dude. 'Cause if you could do it, and I could do it,
Yeah.
there's no excuse why anybody else can't do it.
Yes, sir, man. Hey, man, I appreciate the phone call, man. Great phone call. Great conversation. Thank you, huh?
I appreciate the conversation too, Gil. You keep on pushing, man.
sure.
And hey, you know what?
What's up?
Like I said, I want to buy your merch. I don't want to just like donate to the podcast. I mean, if it'll help, I'll do it. But I rather just support you in that kind of a way,
Yeah, for sure.
And for those guys that need it for free, okay, well, okay, that's cool. But I'm in a situation where I can help out. But
Well,
I
no.
don't
Also,
wanna
also,
feel
what
like,
helps out a lot is just becoming a member of the channel. That way, it's on a monthly thing and it kicks in every time. Because I'll be completely honest with you,
Oh, okay.
I don't sell this merch because I got a whole stack of merch sitting here for I'm gonna go on Saturday, right? I don't do it because
Right.
I really don't have time to sit here and get the orders, put it in the thing, put it in the envelope, go to the post office, mail it. I got a career. That's what some people don't understand. I don't do this for the money. If anybody has a career, they know doing stuff like this takes time away from your career. So that's why I can't serve two
Oh my God,
masters.
yes.
And that's what it is, man.
I sometimes I sit back. I'm at work and I'll get a notification, and I'm like, you're on the job site and stuff, and I'll take a minute here and there and just check it out and this and that, and I'm like, fuck, how did he? I could cuss, right?
Yeah,
I'm
yes.
like, fuck, how does he do it? I mean, hold down a job. He's got a family. He's got a podcast. He does this. He does that. He does car shows. He has these gatherings, and I just don't know where you find all the time to do it.
It's a time and energy,
and then,
brother.
And then you say you're losing on the podcast.
Of
It's
course.
like, fuck, man. If what do you say? Support the channel with what do I got to do for that?
Oh, just become a member. Usually, if you're on an iPhone,
Become a member.
yeah, become a member. If you're on an iPhone,
yeah.
you won't see the join thing. If you're not, you got to get on a regular PC. Yeah, just become a member, man. If we had enough members that will
Okay.
sustain
All
this, I would stay on straight up. But if it's not, it's just like you saw it. It's just so time consuming, money consuming,
Oh,
life
I know. I
consuming,
see it.
brother. So hey man,
I don't see how you do it, man. But
th-
hey, Gil, you know
thank
what?
you.
I will support you. I'll get on the PC and I'll figure it out. And if I can, I'll just call you back like I always do.
You got it, my man.
And man, just
Appreciate
keep
it.
on pushing, man. You're doing a great job.
That's right.
Take care, Gil.
Thank you, brother. That's a great phone call. And yeah, guys, it is, man. You're gonna start at the bottom all the way through. There's no if, ands, or buts about it. You're gonna start at the bottom and you're gonna work your way up. I would come home with my feet full of blisters because I couldn't afford a good pair of boots. I couldn't afford now. Now thank God I can buy a $250 pair of boots and not even flinch, right? But back then, nah, you're crazy, man. Hello, hello. What's happening? Who's this?
This is P Dog.
What's up, P Dog?
I just wanted to say that I really like your channel.
Thank you, brother.
I
Appreciate it.
appreciate the message you've been putting out there, the interviews that you've been doing, the recent, gathering that you had. I couldn't make it to that. I live kind of far out,
Right.
and I just couldn't make it with work and just life and all that.
I
But
understand.
in either case, I support your channel, and I just wanted to just kind of say out there too that everyone else that listens to your channel, that watches it, should be very much in gratitude to you because you're putting your face out there, you're putting your opinions out there. Things that you say may not be
Popular.
PC, politically correct sometimes,
Right.
and so you're doing a big like service. You're doing like you don't have to be doing this, but you are because you care, because you want to uplift our community,
Yes, sir.
and you're just bringing a positive message, and I love it.
That's right.
I love
man.
it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate the support, my man.
What I just wanted to say real quick too, and
Yeah.
I might call every once in a while. Kind of busy right now. I'm unwinding from work. I'm about to watch the basketball game and stuff. I caught your YouTube link, letting me know that you were live.
Right.
But so I'm not too prepared with saying things. But certain things that you may want to research on and discuss on. You're a busy man, but perhaps if you can get some type of a team of volunteers to help you out, to where they can do some research with you for you, you can kind of oversee that, and then maybe even a lot of people that have that type of time would be the young kids at the community colleges,
Right.
and they're not always young kids. You got older heads. I myself have took a couple classes, and I could even, if you needed some type of research work done,
Right.
you could ask me. I could do it for you because I want to help you in whichever way I can, and I'm sure there's a lot of viewers, listeners that feel the same way, and so they could garner up whatever it may be, statistics, research, or whatever, so you can compile up a video, a little mini documentary out of that, something like that, help you expand, get you on Patreon or whatever it is they're using these days. I don't even know what it is, but I think that getting a team of young kids that have a like-mindedness like yourself that want to help, I think perhaps together, they can probably help you. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Not that I'm saying that
No,
you
no,
need it.
no. I get it. But I think that the only way that would work was if the channel was self-sustaining itself at that point, right? If I really had enough time to sit there and say, you know what, dude, if the channel was self-sustaining itself, where I'm not working where I'm working now, and say, you know what, I'm dedicated to this thing full time, where I could sit there, because this is my thing. I've already spoken to my wife. Said, listen, when I hit that 100,000, I'm going to invest in the studio. That's straight up. I invest in the studio. Then in that studio, I could sit there because I'm doing this from my home, and I got to be careful who I bring in and out my house, right? But if I had a studio,
Yep.
then that studio would be the place where I could sit there and get a team like that together. Say, all right, guys, I got the studio now. Now I'm looking for a team to come in here, and we could sit here and kind of straight make a board. All right, this in the morning, and I'm talking about straight like a news organization. In the morning, we're gonna do like the morning show,
Yeah.
just regular fun, have different stuff. In the mid, we'll speak about certain stuff that's going on in the community. At night, and every day or whatnot, will have a block of what we're doing, and also bring other people in there that will also fill in certain areas. But you'll have your fun, you'll have this, but at the end of the day, the main thing will be to educate, uplift, find out, hey, where there's a any kind of protest, or where, hey, what's going on, in as far as there's an event this week, let's go support. Have something that's for us, by us, that we do for ourselves, and we're independent from everybody else. That's the goal of the platforms, to be independent from everybody else, where we don't have to be politically correct. We don't have to be scared to say anything. We are doing our own. We are going to fund it by our one, by who, by our viewers helping out. And I think that is the end goal, if it happens. And if it doesn't, then hey, I go back to swimming in the pool with the grandkids and enjoying life, my man.
I wish you nothing but success, Gil.
Hey, man, I appreciate you. Thank you, brother.
All right.
All right, man. Bye. All right, so before I go, I'm gonna take off here pretty soon. I'm gonna stop taking phone calls. Let's see. Hey, OG Steve, sending support from the Bronx, North Bronx, North Hollywood. I love the Bronx accent. I love the Bronx. Before I go, I'm gonna. This message is for my wife's family. Um, her cousins, her uncles, her aunt. Like I said earlier in the the podcast, or whatever you want to call this, the live stream. They lost their younger brother, younger son, to a horrible motorcycle accident. Right, he had children, and the guy was loved. He was doing what every father should be doing, taking care of business, what every brother, what every family member that's actually doing the right thing in life, enjoying life. He just, and it was just an accident, and it took his life. And I want to give a little consejo, I guess is the word, to his family. I myself lost my brother. It's been 11 years now, and not a day goes by that I don't think about my brother. People say stuff like that about certain things, but no, when you lose somebody that close, I don't care what it is. I don't care where you're at. Not a day goes by that I don't think about my brother at one point or another. I got a picture of that guy right there, and I'll say what's up to him. I go to my garage. I got a picture. I say what's up to him. I got a picture over there. I got a picture in my living room, and not a day goes by that I don't miss that man with all my heart. And what I can say to the family is this, man. Yesterday, after we're all there together and we're gathering with one another, it's great to have the family support. It's great to have the friends, but once the parade is over with, and that's what I call all the gatherings, once funerals, right? Once the parade is over and you're there with your family, you're there with your thoughts, you're driving to work, you're by yourself with your thoughts. That's when the pain kicks in. I caught myself just driving to work and pulling over and sobbing like a baby, just crying for no reason. I was that person that you probably saw on the side of the car, and you're looking at this person. Why the hell is this fool crying? Well, I'm crying because my brother died, and I went through that for a good amount of time. I found myself fighting with my own mom because, uh, and fighting with my wife, because what happens is that we hurt those that we're the closest to when it comes to death. We just do, because we're feeling a pain, and a lot of times we just don't know how to express it. So my advice is speak about it, talk about it. And to somebody who has never been there, don't tell somebody, I know what you're feeling, because unless you've been in that situation, the only worst thing in losing a sibling is losing a child, which I couldn't even fathom to even think of how that feels. My thing is, to her family, talk about it. Speak about it. Speak about him. Don't hold it in. My biggest mistake was I held it in. I did the services for my brother, and I did the gangster thing and said, well, let's just keep going on with life. And a year later, I found myself drinking every day. I found myself not going to work. I found myself losing my business. I found myself almost losing my wife, almost losing my home, losing everything, because I didn't know how to communicate. I didn't know how to handle it. I wouldn't go see my mom, because then my mom would start crying, and then it would get me emotional, and then I would be, why in the hell are you crying? And then I'm upset at my brother, and then it's just all that emotion getting in you and dragging you down and just hurting hurting, man. It's just hurt. That is pain that that only time will heal. It's not gonna go away soon. I wish I could tell you it will. It's not. It's gonna take time, but it will eventually turn into a scar and it will heal because it won't go away. That's why I say it turns to a scar. Your heart will forever have a, a missing piece. But now what I do instead of putting myself into that pain and suffering that I used to for my brother, now I use that pain and turn it into an energy of living life, of enjoying my family, of enjoying my grandkids, of enjoying my wife, my mother, my in-laws, my cuñados, my friends, people who truly care about me and I care about them. Because just how this young man lost his life, tomorrow is not promised to one single person, man. So hopefully with that, people, hopefully I gave him some advice they can use in life. Communicate, don't hold it in, and just love one another, man. With that, people, I'm out.